Welcome, everyone, to the IVRL Pro League. I'm your host, Menorkid, and I'm joined today by my co-caster, James Boat.
Hey everyone, how's it going?
It's going good, man. We're excited to be bringing you this matchup, Tempo versus Dark Matter, in the Season 1, Week 1, first match of the official season for IVRL. This should be an exciting game, an exciting start for a new league. Do you have any thoughts on that, James?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how it plays out. There's some new formats which we've been trialing, and yeah, interested in seeing the new maps in play, and just it's great, new beginnings.
New beginnings indeed, but not new teams. These two teams we've seen and we loved. Tempo, Dark Matter, should be a great matchup for these two. And in a new format as well. Let's actually talk about that a little bit, James. Do you want to kind of explain how the bans are done in IVRL, as it's a little bit different from what we're used to?
Yeah, so apparently it's a 9:30 p.m. EDT start time. Don't know what's happening. I just got a message. So we might be going into a long intermission. I've no idea how that's come 9:30. Maybe it's just me miscommunicating with Mono, which is a very, very good likelihood. We can talk a bit about the format and stuff if we want now, or we can go into intermission after I just quickly check the match schedule. Oh, great.
Yeah, we'll jump into an intermission here and get this sorted. We'll be right back with you guys. Sorry. Sorry about that.
Great. Yep, sorry guys. Why hadn't they done all the bands and stuff? Oh man.
Yeah, well, it's it goes as she goes, as they say. So yeah, we'll be back. Welcome back, everyone. This is Mono again with my co-caster James. We did start a bit early there for those of you who are just joining now. Apologies about that, just a little kerfuffle with the scheduling, but you know, since we got this time, and I'm here with James, who's just has a plethora of knowledge on how the IVRL ticks, how it works, and what's different, what's cool and interesting. And maybe he could just shed some light on it for us and give us, you know, some information on it. So why don't you take it away, James? What do you got for us?
Right. Basically, I've got to kill 20 minutes, but let's make it a useful 20 minutes. I've got some notes here on paper. So, IVRL. Main things to give as an overview. Obviously, the game we're going to be watching in 20 minutes' time is Onward, which is a military simulation type game where you play 5v5. Now our method of that game at IVRL will be first to 5 points, or best of 9 points. To get points, you need to capture the objective. You get 2 points. So if you on attack and you get to a satellite dish and send a 7-digit code, which Mono will forget every single round.
You betcha.
If you got to get that in there, if you do manage to do that, you get 2 points. If you just kill the enemy team, either side, so if the defenders kill the attackers or the attackers kill the defenders, then you get 1 point, and it's first to 5, as I said before. We play 2 maps, and the winner is decided by total rounds wins, but also it's important for them to try and get map wins. So even if you badly lose the first map, you really want to get as many points, and if not, try and win the second map, so that you get less loss of rank. Rank is determined based upon the quality of your opponents, your win margin, both in terms of rounds and maps. Yeah, that's a general overview of the game itself, how it's played. In terms of what else can we go over, the map pool. So there are 10 maps in the map pool. 8 of them are the DPI or Onward standard maps, which a lot of you will know. And then we have 2 custom maps, which are Arctic and Sand. Arctic made by Hecla, I believe, and Sand made by Koiz. Is that correct, Mono? You as a custom map maker?
Yeah, and it's actually, I just want to put a quick note in there. Super cool to see those custom maps finally coming in, and it feels really good to see them in the first season in this league, and really good ones as well. Having played both of those, I really enjoyed them myself. And
have you played the new Arctic? Have you played since the update?
I've taken a look at it. I've only got to do a free roam on that one, but I really like the old version. I guess I should have specified, but we did play Sand, and that played really well. Really big.
I really enjoyed
fan
Sand.
of the changes.
It scared me when it first came. When the new version of Sand first came out, I was this is just too much. There's so many entrances to everything. It's so different from the previous version. But then once we actually played it in a scrim, really enjoyed it, loved it. Really interested to see it cast. When we do get to see it cast. Arctic though, again, yeah, I haven't played the new Arctic. Looks interesting. Just that little bit bigger, which Arctic, if you've played it, is a very small map, or the old version was a very small map, and you could pretty much cut the map in half before the enemy side could cross. With the slightly bigger version, it'll be interesting to see whether that type of play still exists, or whether it's going to be more of a rotation based, maybe a bit more like Subway in its way, which I'm never going to complain about. And I don't think you will either, Mono. One of your favourite maps?
Absolutely.
In terms of other new maps within that pool, so going through the whole pool in order from small to large of the standard maps in play, we have Cargo, Suburbia, which are considered small maps. We have Bazaar and Subway, which are considered medium maps. Then we have Quarantine and Snowpeak, which are medium large, and then you get into Abandoned and Downfall, which are the large maps with those sort of longer range encounters. Of those maps, obviously Abandoned, whilst it's been trialed in the Summer Showdown tournament, it's now in proper season league play, so that'll be a good one for seeing new tactics on it. The rest are pretty well established, just some small tweaks since they've been in league play previously. Yeah, that's pretty much the maps.
So something interesting too, we're going to be playing on the live version, either, right? There's not going to be any kind of changes for that, like when a new version comes out. Are we going to jump right to it, or is there going to be a trial period? Or
I don't believe there's an intent to have like an old version we play on. However, if something is broken, then that's something we'd obviously have to talk to DPI about. They've been very good in the past of supporting competitive play, so I'm sure if there is something which is problematic for competitive play on an update. That will be able to help us out on that. Definitely.
Possibly. But either way, I think it is interesting to kind of stick with the new instead of opting for kind of an old stable build. It comes with some interesting possibilities, like maybe a map being introduced midway in the season, or maybe like because you kind of have like the first, second, and third quarters. Or
yeah, so we've
whatever.
talked about that. So sets, we're calling them.
Okay,
essentially,
sets.
whatever you want to call them, thirds of the season. So this season is a particularly long season. We want to get into a regular schedule. So we want to be able to offer a season in the first half of the year and then a season in the second half of the year. At the moment, we're obviously in October right now, so it doesn't line up too well. So this first season's going to be extra long just to take us through to line up a bit better for the second season. So we have 3 sets of 7 weeks. With after set 1, there's a break over Christmas, New Year, and then back into set 2. The map pools for sets 1 and 2 have been established and communicated to everyone so that everyone knows what's coming. The map pool for set 3 has been 80% determined. So 8 out of 10 maps have been determined. The last 2 maps are up for grabs, and that opens for, if there's a new custom map which comes out, which is amazing and everyone loves, that could potentially get in there. If there's a map, we've talked about Turbine potentially coming back at some point in the near future. If Turbine comes back and people love it and think it's good for league play, then that's also an option for that slot. We didn't want to close it out completely for the season.
I like that you're kind of keeping yourself on your toes there, giving yourself an opportunity to pivot a little bit, just a little bit. Still keep that competitive viability, but also that room to maneuver if you need to, and add something that's really exciting and what the people want.
It's finding that balance, isn't it? Like, you want to give people enough time that you're not getting blindsided by a change in map. They've got enough time to prepare for it. But also, allowing some variety in the game without, it's that mix between variety but also tactics and competitive integrity and all that sort of stuff. So, it's hard. It's a fine line. It's not hard, but it's a fine line to balance on. And one thing which has helped with that is, so we've got quite a large map pool. So as we talked about, 10 maps, and that can be a lot for everyone to learn. So one thing we've tried to do to balance that is allow 2 bans for each team. We've got a method which we want to get in place on the website, which would be that the teams submit their bans to the website, and then they both come through at the same time, so that there's no order of bans. And if you ban the same map, tough. Just to even the playing field on the ban order as well. But it is 2 bans each, and with that it narrows the map pool down to 6 maps, which and you can really do that research on your opponent and try and ban what that might be their strengths, or you could equally decide you don't want to learn a couple maps and just ban those maps to make the learning workload less.
You could also do kind of a mix and ban 1 for weakness, 1 for strength.
Exactly.
I think it's pretty interesting with the kind of blind picking of the bans, that there's kind of like this own mini game. I mean, there already was for picking your ban, but in this case you really want to be sure of your ban, because you don't want to ban what they're gonna ban. Just so if you both hate a map or don't want to play it, and you both ban it, that's kind of a wasted ban on your side, right? So if you can kind of figure out what they're gonna ban, you might be able to ban something else that might not suit you, or might overly suit them. Very interesting mind games to go around between 2 teams before the match.
The other side of that is, if it's put on the website, then it's our intent, at least. I haven't seen this in action yet, and hopefully next week. But the intent is that it'll be then visible to everyone. So when you're doing research on another team, you'll actually be able to look back at their ban history. Whereas that's generally only been when a team is cast that you actually know what their ban is. So if we can do that for every team, it evens the playing field a bit more between teams which may get more casts and teams which may get less cast in terms of information out there. It also, so one thing we're really trying to do is, eliminate that home and away advantage. As I talked about earlier about the 2-map format, I don't think I highlighted that enough. One of the main reasons for that is the home and away advantage. You get one map pick each. You host your map, which you picked as well. So any host advantage should be mitigated at least, or well, the host advantage, you'll have it for your map and you won't have it for the other map. So yeah, it's all about trying to even that playing field a bit more. Yeah, that's pretty much. Needing a new talking topic. I wonder if anything's come up in the Twitch chat.
You should take a look, but either way, this should be, going back to this match, this should be a good one. We've actually already received the bans and the first map pick, which you have a sneak peek right now, right on the screen. Map 1 will be Subway for Tempo, being home for this first match. If you remember, as James just talked about, Tempo should be hosting Subway, and for the next one, Dark Matter will be hosting whatever their pick is. For map 2, which you can't see right now, the deck is still a little bit work in progress here. We don't have a band selection, and we don't necessarily have like a interim photo maybe for what is the second map. But I just kind of put up a nice picture of a band in there. But
which we will. Should we talk about? Speaking of abandon, should we talk about the actual bands?
Yeah, let's go over it, and we're actually going to go over it in the method that they actually banned it in, so you can kind of get an idea of maybe what they were thinking at the time and how it's actually done for maybe when you were going to play your match.
Yeah, so
take
for
it away.
this week it's going to be a home and then away, then away, then a home in terms of the ban order. So home team bans first. In this case, Tempo, the home team, they banned Sand. Now Sand is a new map. Certainly it's in a new guise. So I imagine, I'd be speculating, but I imagine that ban is because Tempo haven't been able to have the time to fully get their strategies in place for it, rather than necessarily being a Dark Matter strength. But equally, maybe Dark Matter is a good team at duking it out close range, so maybe they've taken it based on that. What do you think about that, Mono? What side are you on that?
Well, we know Theta, right? And I think Theta definitely wants to know what their strategy is going to be. He wants to explore the map, feel it out, get it all sorted, and then actually put that theory crafting to practice. So without being able to do that, as much as anyone would like to, Koi he has this tendency to completely change his maths when he decides he's going to rework them, and like we've talked about, Sand is no different in this one, and for the better, I'd say. Definitely for the better, and really interesting, and I'm sure we're going to see it coming up later in the season. Some of these teams I know are going to be deadly on that map, and has some really, really interesting objectives too, but also hard ones to just get your head around necessarily without some practice. So that's kind of what I think on that one.
Definitely some variety of objectives. There are ones where there's multiple entries, the ability for the attackers, to get right up on the objective, and then there's other ones where there are a restrict, like the football pitch, or soccer pitch, as you might refer to it, where the number of entries are quite restricted, and you may need to use more utility and all that in order to actually even get within touching distance of the objective. So seeing how that plays and that variety, yeah, I'm really looking forward to that too.
Yeah,
so
I'm super
moving
excited
to
to see it.
ban.
I'm not gonna lie, but
The reason I'm moving us on a little bit is because the lobby is up. Mono and I will be hopping in there. And so, the second ban. So, Dark, as I said before, Dark Matter then banned 2 maps without a reply from Tempo. Those 2 maps they chose were Suburbia and Abandoned. Quite different maps in terms of the way they play and their size. I imagine Abandoned, again, is probably because it's a newer map. That would be my guess. And Suburbia, I don't know. Maybe it's a Dark Matter weakness, or maybe it's a Tempo strength. Unsure on that one. And then coming back for the last ban, Tempo, they banned Snowpeak. Don't know why. I personally love Snowpeak. I think it's a great map, but maybe it's just a map they don't feel like playing today. They do have some good long-range shots. They do have people who are really good at close range on Tempo's side. So maybe it's just a map rather than objective or skill problem.
Yeah, it's interesting,
Yeah.
but kind of unrelated to all that. I believe we're actually. Oh, I don't see him. I was hoping to see High Voltage. I haven't seen him play in a while. But good lineups actually for today. We got Lego, Lego for Days, Lampy, Thickless, Corewinky, and Little Penguin for Tempo, and Ramen, Fino, Ram, Zucchini Zang. Ooh, he's playing today. Mad Outdoors and Dakwa Aquafighter for Dark Matter on our first map for today, which is gonna be Subway. Super interesting.
Now, Phenoram, that's interesting. So Pheno's, I believe, is a very good shield player, and also very good with frag grenades. So potentially with the new shield rule. So the new shield rule, you're allowed to bring a shield, but basically you can't shoot at all with it. If you put it on your back, you can. You can't use it as cover. As the shield user, you can't use it as cover to shoot. It's really an intel gathering and utility use device. Phenoram can use utility and can use utility really well. So we may see that shield pairing today.
And that's actually quite interesting because a lot of players haven't been seeing shields in like comp play or any kind of like scrims that they've been doing. So to bring it out today might just put Tempo on their toes. And not only that, but I mean, just to kind of highlight the type of play we have seen in the past with the shield, where they don't even use their gun. They just held the shield and they hold a utility ready to pull with the pin out, ready to start the cooking of the grenade as soon as they get in contact, using that shield for cover, and then throwing that really perfectly cooked grenade and getting kind of an almost confirmed kill or down using that. And Subway,
It almost makes me want to use shield.
You would. I mean, it's the low-key way to use that shield is use that utility with it, and using that as a breaching method, like for example in the underground tunnel area, very powerful. So I'm almost excited and hopeful that may happen today.
Definitely. Speaking of underground breaching, should we go through the objective we have up?
Yeah. So first objective is the underground objective. Pretty much one of the most difficult to defend.
Do you want to bring it up? Just checking. Just gonna jump in here and check that things are actually working. Do you want to bring it up on display? Ah, yes. Good. Something's happening. There it is. Sweet.
There we go.
That's good. Good to check that before the game starts. So I refer to this as the all the way under objective. I'm sure people have slightly shorter names for it than that. But yeah, very much a tight entry objective. So you've got smokes down the stairs. You've got the entrance through the tunnel, which is my preferred entrance. And then defense-wise, you often see quite a tight setup on it. But you can't get complacent because sometimes there's a person or two just waiting on the platform above for you to start to make your way in before they pounce. Good variety on this objective. One of my favorite, I don't know, Subway, I just like so many objectives except one, so I'll save one of my favorites for all of them. How about you, Mono?
This is also my favorite. No.
This is also my favorite.
No. It's a fun objective, and that's kind of what Subway is it has all these really interesting and different objectives that end up playing really well. So we're gonna see how that plays out today. We're getting started round one. Tempo versus Dark Matter, first match of IVRL. This should be good.
Blast it first, Winky.
And wow, look at this push. We got 4 coming down into the tunnels here. One player holding back, just looking for any kind of early aggression.
All
Lego
5.
and
All
Korwinki
5
coming in.
going
Oh,
under.
all 5. Oh, we should
Are
see
they gonna
some kind of
branch off and go up the
confrontation
stairs?
here. Zucchini is going to be hearing these footsteps from Korwinki and Lego for days. Thickless pushing up here. Should be coming into contact here. Zucchini actually has some good support from Ramen as well, so any kind of engagement is definitely going to be at Thickless's disadvantage here. And the first rounds come out. Zucchini picking up one nice pickup onto Thickless. But with that information, we might see some kind of rotation from the Tempo team here. Just have to wait and see.
Seems like
Oh.
Tempo weren't quite off the mark. Wow, that's an insta kill as well. You don't see many of them with C4.
Oh my, that is unfortunate. C4 perfectly placed, ready to go, getting that kill right off the bat. The only thing is, though, with the instant kill, you don't actually hear that they die. So right now, Ramen isn't going to be aware that he got a sweet kill there until he watches the footage back later.
Unless Lego has called it out, in which case he might have.
That's true.
Yeah, I feel like Tempo were a little bit slow off the mark there. I think you can get to this. I'm not sure if the camera blind is working. Good chance to check it. I should be on 2 here. Yep. I think you can get to this corridor before Volk can get control of it. So before Zucchini can get into that little alcove. You certainly used to be able to. However, Zucchini was in there and in place before Thick could get control. They have identified that they got the kill, Ramen. Zucchini Zhang just then saying that Tempo had called 3 up. So they are aware of the kill count now.
Definitely a tough one here. Tempo 2 down, no kills on the board here, and all these players just kind of at a standstill. Still 3 minutes 40 seconds on the clock for Tempo to make a move here, but gonna have to do something soon. If Ramen's just gonna hold steady, Zucchini as well, just holding the same position, knowing that they have it pretty tight here. If Ramen goes down, Zucchini could push around, but we might see an engagement here. Lego pushing around the corner, putting some shots down range. Ramen, though, aware of what's going down, has his gun up, ready and steady, ready for anyone to come around that corner there. No one willing to quite make that first move, though. Hoping to get some information, but just not quite getting it. Ramen just holding steady. Definitely hard to come back when your momentum gets blunted right off the bat. And here we go, some engagement here. Ramen pushing back after taking some fire there. Zucchini watching back just in case Lego did get aggressive there. And now Lego pushing forward. Has taken control of this angle here. Pretty interesting. If they do let this continue, they could get a strong push down the tunnel. But at the same time, we'll always have to worry about Ramen and Zucchini on their backside. Lamp pushing up there, but not quite ready to fully commit there. Would be pretty interesting to see a flank from the likes of Little Ranguin. Oh, I said Penguin earlier. I'm so sorry, my man. But but
Looks like it doesn't.
it looks like a penguin. But here we go. Some utility coming out. Not going to hit anybody there. Just a little bit off there. Zucchini nearly grabbing him on that peek around the corner there. But look at how much time has been used up.
I like this choice by Ramen here because they think they've eliminated the whole tunnel now, and Ramen can come around from behind. He's maybe moved a little bit far off, but he could have come around from behind and just pushed in.
See the map here. There's just been a lot of confrontation in the tunnel there. Tempo picking up 1, but down to 2. Both of these players very close together as well. Gonna have to try and just make this push work. Lego looks like he's gonna be pushing in, going towards red room here, and then to push in from here. Still a lot to clear. Grenade coming out here, trying to clear any close defenders. Fino, hearing that grenade, will know that they are close, and I kind of think I see him maybe, yep, priming a grenade, trying to get a cheeky kill there. Not going to be able to do it there, but another utility coming out. Ooh. Fino picking up a kill there. Rengwen picking up Ramen, and then Fino, he will be able to get that res there, and suddenly we're down to a 2v2.
Wow.
Let's try this out.
45 seconds. The clock is going to be the killer here. They need to be moving. Matt has pulled himself off a little. What's happened here with the overlay? Just a heads up. Instant replay.
Matt gets a pickup there, and Dr. Aqua picks up the last kill on Rengwen as they tried to push forward, not quite able to do so. Dark Matter will pick up that first point.
It's the clock there. They just spent a little bit too much time trying to figure out how to deal with Zucchini Zhang and Ramen. In the end, they did deal with them, but by that point, they had very limited time on the clock. Ultimately, the round ending with 30 seconds left. Maybe they could have slowed it down a little bit on that last push. You need to leave yourself enough time to cap. Maybe they had a mono cap up in their midst.
Definitely a tough one. But yeah, that window earlier, guys, was actually instant replay, but unfortunately it just didn't quite work out there. We just won't use it. That's fine. We could just watch the action live.
What? Crazy.
What? Well,
so
live.
Recapping the round, looking at the kills. Zucchini Zhang, critical there with his 2 kills. That one straight off the bat onto Thickless. That just stopped the whole attack in its tracks. And then Ramen insta-kill C4 on... Who was that on? Corwinky, I believe? And then
I believe so.
Sort of almost was brought back by Tempo, but then ultimately Dark Matter, last 2-person defense, Mad Outdoors and Dr. Aquafighter, just ready, waiting, took them both out methodically.
Yeah, I think that those first engagements that we saw from Dark Matter in the tunnel there were a little bit more critical. I mean, they wasted like 3 minutes from the attackers there, where they were stuck in place, unable to do anything. And that's critical. That forced Tempo to really push more than they were comfortable with. And I mean, ultimately, I think got them the win. Jump into the next round here.
Back. They push a little bit less aggressive. 3 into the tunnels.
Zucchini immediately going to the pop upstairs.
Oh, and diverting off. Interesting. Oh, wow!
Lego feeling good for himself, picking up 2 confirmed kills. Ramen a little shocked coming around the corner there, seeing all those bodies. Lego pulling grenade around the corner, trying to pick up that 3rd, but Ramen smartly pulling away, choosing that that's not the engagement he wants to take. Looks like he's going to go a little bit more aggro there as he continues on, trying to make up for that immediate loss right off the start. What a brutal start to this round.
2 right off the bat. That's... Yep. Was it placed, or was it chucked down there as they came up? I missed the actual...
I think it was placed, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. It happened so quickly.
All right, let's have a little review of the defense setup. What's happening?
Aqua getting a wonderful shot from the top of those the U stairs, or whatever you like to call them there. Just narrowly getting that pick onto Lego as he tried to rotate down back towards objective. A good pickup and a good start to try and bring this one back, but still, they're down Y1.
This is one of those objectives where a 3-person on attack versus a 4-person defense. Probably still give it to defense there, but as soon as your defense gets down to 3 on this, it really opens up the entrances. You can push in through that south entrance, and then you're working your way along one at a time. As soon as you're working your way along that platform one at a time, you can just, each encounter is a 1v1. You can actually bring it back. we've we've had a round where Potato just decided to kill all 5 by himself at the start by doing exactly that. He just came out that, this is old school, came out that south entrance, and yeah, every encounter was just 1v1, 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 and all you have to do is win 5 1v1s.
Only.
Only, yeah.
See Ramen here just...
you get what I'm saying, though. You get
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Ramen just holding short here of going through the doorway here where he's going to be met with Rangoose Fire as well as support from Lampy if he gets in trouble there. Not to mention Thickless looking down the line here. You can see he's in this kind of new corner spot that got introduced when those doors were added to Subway. Easier to see, but it's still good.
Deep back there. Is he going to get spotted? That'd be a
question.
hard position to spot.
You might have heard that, but it's probably too far. A little bit of a
Is
drop
that deeper
of utility.
back there than it used to be? I feel like it feels deeper.
I don't think so.
New doors? Maybe just the new doors.
The doors make it feel a little different, that's for sure. I like this though, Ramen taking his time, knowing that if he goes down, it's gonna make it real hard for Aqua here. Coming around the corner here, not spotting Rangu, but also getting away.
Oh, there it is.
More C4 play coming out here, getting Ramen and getting them that pickup. Aqua though made it down the stairs here, trying to support, but not quite able to get vision on this attacker here. Catches the vision of Lampy's arm there. Flash coming out, and now she is hit by that flash, and Lampy able to get that pickup. You know,
it's going really quiet. Thickless will not be able to see it. Corewinky is the only one who can see it. Is Thickless watching it? Thickless is now watching it. There was a period there where Tino could have gotten onto objective and just had Corewinky to deal with.
Definitely got a lot to think about if you're Fino here. Not knowing what exactly transpired to the south. Knowing that you only have one for sure, and knowing how hard these breaches can be, I think he's hoping to get a pick to kind of ease his entry towards the objective here. But we see he has a utility thrown out. Grenade goes out here, not going to quite reach the likes of Thickless, but will give his position away to the likes of Tempo. Oh! Instant kill grenade from Thickless right on target on the Fino. Tempo picking up a point and bringing this to a 1-1.
I think there's only one kill which came from bullets that round. There were obviously the confirms, but 3 from C4, 1 from a frag, and then Aquafighter getting shot, but not before being completely blinded by a flash grenade. Utility definitely was used very effectively that round.
You don't say. That was brutal. All that C4 kills, grenades, just all really on target. It's a tough one to deal with when that utility comes down like precision guided bombs. Oh man, it probably warms your soul, huh?
Oh, I love to see it.
Love to see it.
Love to see it. Yeah. When a utility is misused, that's what makes me sad. Nothing makes me sadder than a raw frag. That's probably the one which
you throw it, they run away,
where
and like
it just
3 seconds
sits there
later.
on the floor in front of them, and they just they run away. It's like, now, what have you done with that? Come on, just sear it a little bit. Reverse sear method if you're really looking for that perfectly cooked frag, and then they won't be.
I don't think I want to go to your barbecues anymore.
Who knows what you're gonna get?
James, this isn't a grenade, is it? I mean, it kind of looks like a grenade, James.
Hey,
you would too. You've handed me grenades all the time.
So, new objective. West platform. Probably the wild card or most different objective from all the other objectives on Subway, I would say. It's more out in the open. Very cappable. Obviously, you can cap from this north side of this map here. But you can also set cap from the side of the pillar here, near objective. If Mono will jump over here, but
Sorry, I was listening to them. You were talking
Yeah,
about boom booms, okay?
two really critical cap points which you need to have covered at all times. So one is the north side of this map, and then the other one is on the west side of this pillar right here. And yeah, if you leave them not covered, especially if there's smoke, there can be a cap out within a few seconds. So very critical. Attack-wise, rotations tend to work really well on this objective, especially once you get a couple of kills. If you manage to get a couple of defenders down, there's one right there, then you can rotate on attack and just try and pick off the remaining defenders.
I've got to
Lego
think
and Aqua have a
Zucchini.
bit of a juke out
I
on
was
these.
kind of thinking that Zucchini was feeling really good about the tunnels after that first round and wanted a little bit more of that.
These are my tunnels.
Yeah. Oh,
Wow.
grenade launcher coming out from Lycanthicus. Aqua not going to be deterred by that, letting her team take care of that while she
Where's
watches
your frag,
for this
Lego?
approach.
Where's your frag? Where's your frag?
Ooh, double
No,
kill
there-
from
no.
her, from Aqua there. Thickles also going down from Mad Outdoors, using some utility there, but probably not aware of that kill. That was a grenade kill, if I'm or grenade down, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it was.
There we go. Definitely something that we're used to seeing from him.
I was waiting for
know.
that frag from Lego. It just didn't quite go where he wanted it to. Aqua being very pushed up on those stairs rather than sitting back down on the rail, maybe being the difference. Looks like the little Ringwin's going to go for the Thickless revive. Whoa, Mad Outdoors, a little bit of rubber banding there. Defensive setup. Now this is where they need to regroup. They haven't lost many, so they should pretty much have a lockdown still. They do have a good surround on the objective. Lamp in the south is going to be the problem for Matt.
Ooh, Mad
And
Outdoors
as I say
catches
that-
vision of of Lampy first, but Lampy, nice shot, able to get that pickup onto him and live to tell the tale.
So this is where they need to adjust correctly. Fino, if he overexposes, is going to get picked off. However, Fino needs to make sure there's as overexposed picked off. Now, Aqua and Ramen, they do have control of both sides of the objective. If one goes down though, Ramen cannot see the west side of the pillar, and Aqua cannot really easily see the map cap. So the attack should know that the defense are in these locations and should be working based on that.
It's pretty interesting. Ooh, Dr. Aqua
Frag.
getting a nice pickup
Flash.
on a Thickless as he came out of the tunnel there. She does call that out. Ringwin trying to get some work off that utility, but not quite able to connect there. She does be able to pull
There it
back,
is.
but peeking out, trying to watch for the objective will get her killed by Ringwin.
Are they
He's
gonna
able to
go
get
for
that
the
pickup.
Lamp needs to go based upon this. They need to be ready for the rotation as well.
I don't think Ramen's going to let him. Giving that
No.
fire away, they should be able to get this
Rangwin
kill.
needs to do the pick then, based upon that rotation. They haven't identified the rotation.
I don't
Ramen
think
could
so,
do
no.
this.
You have 2 men short, man. Relax.
And there he goes down, just down to Lamp and Ramen. What an exciting 1v1 we have on our hands here. I've been kind of trading back and forth, and you see both players not really willing to take that final plunge, but Ramen kind of has to continue peaking this objective. You know, it's all up to the
should
kind
have
of
a good
map
kill
knowledge
count.
he has there, and the
Good.
knowledge of.
Ramen saw Lamp before and should have
Okay.
a good kill count. However, a rotation can occur. It's hard from Lampy's position, but it can occur, so Ramen needs to be aware of that map cap. The problem on the attack there, they should have just got the pick on Ramen. Both Lampy or Lamp and Little Ringwin were very focused on getting that smoke on objective, rather than one of them just waiting for that rotation. And that rotation needed to come out on the defense. Ramen had no choice there but to rotate. Almost pulled it off. Lampy, I believe got 3 then? The critical 3. He picked up Mad Outdoors, he then came in, took Phenom on the rotation in, and then cleaning it up with Ramen. It was looking pretty bad for Tempo at one point. They lost 3 to Aquafighter on those stairs. obviously the 2 on the initial push, and then one further one pushing through smoke to try and get her. Losing 3 there, trying to push those stairs, and then being able to bring it back. Good communication, good methodical clearing. Not too many rotations, but just work their way through and force the defense to do the rotation, and then pick them off. Yeah, good round.
Yeah, that 1v1 at the end, I think was the right move. Just going for that kind of more guaranteed win. You know, knowing that Ramen eventually will have to go out and check, as he had a lot of blind spots, but you could tell Ramen knew that, you know, knowing where his previous position was, how much time he had before he had to go out and check, because there was no way he was going to be able to get out of that corner without him hearing it, you know, quickly for him to go around for that rotation. But once that timer went out and that internal clock kind of ticked off, he had to go check an objective, and that's all it took.
Ramen played it perfectly. Like, obviously it didn't go his way, but he had to rotate straight away, because you have to be in touching distance of that pillar. Otherwise they will cap on you. They'll put some smoke and cap on you before you can get there. His rotation was really good. He made his rotation, survived it, and then, as you say, he checked at the right amount of time. However, Lampy was more patient and just waited. I think the critical point there was when they lost Phenaram. I think that was the critical point where they could have had it locked down. But that pick on Pheno really opened up the defense, and then it sort of collapsed from there. Let's see how Tempo set it up. Whether they are pushing Thickles up the south stairs. There could be an engagement on Aqua Fighter. There is. Right there.
Thickles goes down from the likes of Aqua and Pheno. Continuing his fire towards that, not quite aware that they did get that pickup, it looks like. But very good
really
start
interesting
from
again.
Dark Matter there.
I feel like Tempo aren't quite off the mark on time, because Thickles, again being the first one picked off, was picked off in a location where the attacker shouldn't be there first. Like, it looked like Aqua was almost waiting for Thickles at the top of the stairs, where really the defender should get there slightly before the attacker, normally. So maybe just something in terms of getting off the mark in a timely manner, something to work on.
It's always a tough one.
Setup. Yeah. It's critical though. That half second can make all the difference as to who controls the zone.
Ooh.
Pheno with the frag. That's how you do it, Lego. Perfect. Lego tried it last round. Pheno.
Is he going to confirm it though? Wow.
Yeah,
it took a lot of bullets there.
Looks like the body was doing its little breakdancing routine for him.
Oh, he might get a pickup here on Korwinki, who's running in there. Rango also watching down, so if he plays this right, he might be able to get a pickup on a Korwinki though. But Korwinki in a pretty good position here, just holding steady.
Smart. I don't know if Pheno's going to be ready. Oh, we're looking away though.
Oh, he's walking fast.
Oh,
He
no.
definitely hears this. Getting that pickup.
So I think Korwinki went in there based on Little Ringwin's call out, and then just wasn't confident that Pheno was still there. They do
Pheno's
not
getting
have
a
map
lot of information.
Control. They don't have map control. There could be a cap here.
Lampy going down, and Ringwin going down. You can see the start of a cap attempt was happening here. We had smokes coming down towards objective, covering that fast cross towards the map cap, which again would be right about here.
If they hadn't shot Ringwin, that would have been a cap. There wasn't the ability to rotate accurately enough to get a shot on the person capping in the time required. Once you tuck in behind these sort of benches on the map with smoke cover, it'd be a lot of luck involved to pick off the attacker. So yeah, ultimately probably quite a good result for Tempo that round. Just things not quite going their way. They lost that player early, trying to push up the south stairs Thickles. Then the great frag by Pheno onto Lego for days. Korwinki over pushing onto Pheno, and then only 2 defenders up, both south side of the objective. they need to rotate at that point. They don't have map cover. I was trying to think where their map cover was, and I remember. Corwinky was in this north tunnel. This tunnel just north of the objective here. Corwinky was there.
Oops.
Jump to my position. Yep. Corwinky was in this tunnel, and he's the one who rotated onto the person coming up the objective tunnel. When they already had 2 players in the south, probably would have left a player north side of the objective. But it's hard. It's hard when you're in the thick of it, when people are dying all around you and you're having to rotate. So, new objective after that massive talk.
A little bit of more planning going into this one.
So not the quick spawn for tempo. They've got the spawn underneath. So Ramen, looking like he's going to run down the stairs, could encounter danger straight away. I wonder if they've got the ability to push out the north side though, and get good control of that northeast alley.
Looks like Ramen's not going to push it. He's not even going to peek. He's just going to use the darkness in this corner to his advantage.
Zucchini Zhang getting
He
very
put a
aggressive,
smoke on
identifying.
himself.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
Why do you think he did that?
I don't know.
Maybe it was too dark. He wanted to brighten it up with some red smoke.
He's got another smoke in his hand.
He's hoping that they're going to do a 5-man push, and they'll not expect him to be in his own smoke. But now that he threw a second one, especially of a different color, it might actually give Lamp the kind of information he needs to know where he's coming from, or where he's sitting right now.
Come on, Lamp, use a frag. Use a frag.
What an interesting play here. But he does have support from Aqua if he needs it. So any kind of aggressive push could work to his disadvantage.
All right, if you come up here to the exit from the overpass, Lego not quite successful with that frag there. He will know that he hasn't cleared that properly. And that second flash, maybe getting Fino. Zucchini Zhang probably rotating back anytime now, or maybe not.
Oh, some utility coming from Fino there. Grenade launcher coming out from the likes of Thicolis. Neither gonna be
Yeah, would have been good
picking up anything. Oh, and we
That's
got
a
it
frag.
down from the likes of Fino with that grenade. Ooh, not gonna get a
Over
pick up
pushing
there.
it.
He really wanted
Zucchini
to
Zhang's
confirm
going to be
it.
the danger here, coming from behind.
Oh,
No
they're not
security
gonna
detail.
expect this. And 1 goes down, 2 goes down. Zucchini on the rotation, able to pick up 2, stay alive, and he's going to continue to be a thorn in their side, and is in a good position if he chooses to push out, or he could bolster the defense. Definitely a lot of options for him. Ramen
That
takes
comes
out Lamp.
back to- He did.
Yeah,
His
didn't-
smoke
yeah.
worked from. That comes back to how they moved at the start of the round. I'll let this play out first, and then we'll talk about how that occurred.
Zucchini getting a pickup in the back alley here. Rangu kind of trapped in the corner here. And Zucchini just barely missing that push out for him. And but he's being aggressed here. Matt coming in to support this push. Utility coming out, and the grenade gets another pickup.
It was uncooked as well. Raw. Raw.
How does that make your feelings? Raw?
I don't know.
sorry.
Fino's
I'm so
grenades
sorry.
are just making me happy, so Fino does it right. Yeah,
Bring
a
us to
couple of
that
bad
round,
grenades that
James.
round.
What happened
let's-
in this round?
What happened? The critical error was not controlling Chinatown. It is a dangerous push out on defense. However, because of the spawn they got, they didn't send anyone through the north. They didn't try and control Chinatown before attacking these alleyways near objective, like the barrels and such. So they were leaving a completely uncontrolled zone behind them. They had 4 players coming in, and that uncontrolled zone could encounter all 4 of those players, and it ended up killing 3 of them. So Zucchini Zhang picking up 3, I believe, from behind.
Yeah, he
It
picked up
doesn't.
3.
You've got so
and
many
he-
minutes in the round. There's 3 minutes 20 remaining in the round. They've got time to control Chinatown first, then you know it's safe. Then you can start to look towards objective and start to do your attacking run. Establishing that control so you don't have to leave someone on security detail, and so you can actually work on the objective safely. Is definitely recommended practice. That's what I think went wrong there. Obviously, Ramen also, there's some form of drugs in his smoke because that worked for him. So that also went wrong as well. Lamp obviously didn't have. Jeez. Lamp obviously didn't have his anti-smoke mask on. Oh, they got the quick spawn. Could play differently.
Good play differently indeed. The defense is out the gate here. Looks like they're going to pick up a bit of a more standard defense here. Lego going for this back corner. A couple in the back alley there. Corwinky looking down the stairs. Already some utility coming out. I did hear a grenade launch, but did you see where it was?
No, I
don't know where it is.
Yes,
I think maybe he hit too close.
Near Ramen.
Oh,
near Ramen.
okay. Ramen likes to be in smokes.
He does. He knows something apparently.
Ramen pushing up this corridor in a very erratic fashion here, hoping to throw off any aggressive defender peeking around this corner. Thick, though, sticking back on the wall, knowing that his C4 that was actually on this post here did catch him out there. Grenade around the corner gives him a guaranteed down or kill without exposing himself. Will try to get that one because he didn't hear that down. Matt might be able to use it to his advantage, but just not quick enough to catch that one out. Meanwhile, we do have a 3-man push coming up the main alley. Lego picking up Fino with a grenade, and Lego then also picking up Zucchini there as he pushed across the street, not quite able to get into cover. Aqua getting the revive, and here we go. Another utility coming out.
Caught up on the edge.
Oh, so close. What a tough little engagement here. Some of a standoff. More utility coming out. Fino having to pull back there. Lego trying to get a pickup onto Aqua here. Just trying to break this stalemate. Get an advantage. But not quite able to get it up here. And you kind of get in this stressful situation where you are in a good position, but they know where you are. And you thus become very susceptible to the use of utility.
Nicholas and Matt getting pretty close right now.
Yeah.
Sex shop alley. Lego and Lamp just need to wait. There's been a lot of utility usage. Fino and Aqua should be out of utility by now. So just pausing a little bit here.
Flash goes off on both Aqua and Fino. They're both pulling back, but the defender's not willing to push on this on that hit, not knowing they picked up 2.
I say I would have rotated out if I was Lego, but knowing that they've used all the utility, just staying there is pretty powerful.
Right, very much the case here. Some more smoke coming out from Matt, Nicholas, and Rangu watching back towards it here. Some pre-fire
coming off his line. I would not recommend this. If they had someone coming up the south stairs, that could have been enough time for Flash and Frags.
Ooh, Lamping pulling around the corner, picking up 2. Aqua and Fino going down. And now it's just up to Matt, who is last man up and forced to go back for a rotation there, trying to get a res off, which, oh, I don't know if I would try for this one. She is...
Ooh. Nope. You got 5-man up. They must know where the attacker is, like 100% certainty, because they've given south stairs away completely.
You hear that from Lego? It's giving out some strong call outs here, making sure his team is where he wants them, and has all the spots that they could be coming in covered.
Don't get greedy, guys. Don't get greedy.
Definitely good control from the likes of Lego. What are you thinking right now if you're Matt?
It's hard. He doesn't have any utility. I'd be looking for utility. My personal preference as the last man would be coming in from the north, probably. I just don't like that last corner on the sex shop alley. It's really hard to deal with. The north, I feel like, is more more able to be dealt with one at a time. If you had gotten some picks, South Stairs becomes very viable. It may be viable just by the fact that Corwinky really isn't controlling it. You got
It's hard to
5
know,
man
though.
up. Yeah, he doesn't know that. Matt doesn't know that.
Got rid of the
Is
bottom.
that a
All Matt knows
C4?
is
What did he throw down there?
C4. It looked like.
No, it's a
Wasn't it?
PKM magazine.
PK Matt.
It looks like C4 kind of though, if you squint.
Timing's going to be critical here for Matt.
Let's see how he chooses to
timing's
breach
going
this one.
Matt's side.
Oh, doesn't quite able to get that one up. He's gonna. Oh, not gonna go for a rotation here. Oh, guys are running around the corner there. Corwinky able to get that pick up on the Mad Outdoors there, and secure that 3-3 score line. It's been quite the trades in the score for this match.
Dominant round by Tempo there in the end. If
Definitely
a few
was.
bits of utility had gone slightly different places, slightly different ways, it could have spun the round around, but in the end, 5 up, Tempo defense. And in general, they've maintained their positions really well.
So this is interesting. We're at a 3-3 here. Cap could end it all for either of these teams if they were able to get one.
And what objective is it, Mono?
Oh, you know, I think it's a good one. I'm feeling it coming on here. It's good old North Alley.
North Alley.
It should
Got
be
myself stuck
interesting
on the
to see how these teams play this objective here. Definitely a lot of schools of thought on this one. But what do you expect to see from Tempo on attack here?
On attack, on defense, I probably could call it a bit more. I feel like I know.
That's why I'm saying it's called their attack.
Yeah. On their attack, I still feel like they'll do a similar defense as Mayhem and Runk. Obviously, Theta, X Mayhemian, which would be more of a 3-man north, 2-man south, getting that control, looking for that cap. Really, kill count is critical in knowing where you've got the kills, because defenses setups in general, you're going to have 3 on the north side, 2 on the south side, generally. I think Dark Matter might run 4 north, 1 on objective, 1 south. So 3 north, 1 on objective, 1 south. I think that's them I've seen do that before, which becomes a little bit harder to judge, but obviously weakens your south. But yeah, I expect to see some north push. They do have the utility usage. Fino could counter it if Fino's going to be a north. Yep, Fino's going north.
You had to know Fino was going to go north.
Yeah,
Let's be real.
I want Fino to be artillery person, hopefully. No, Fino's not. Fino's tucking right back.
Well then, find Fino.
Not a heavy push north either, but there are people ready in the north. So a delayed push north, maybe?
Yeah, you can see Thickless pulled back in the corner here, just watching down the line, hoping to see an aggressive push. Grenade coming out from Matt, not able to pick anyone up.
Zero intel nade. This one too. No cooking, 0. Yeah, that's the thing with not running someone near the top of the stairs. Your frags are very much not. They're just sort of hoping that you got the right timing. And Tempo, knowing they've got 6 minutes, just holding back. I like it.
Look at this defense spot from Ramen.
Matt got on his vest, he's got a C4. He's used 2 frags and he's got a C4. Where is the C4? There it is.
It's on the wall there.
Yeah.
Hard to see as well. It's you got to breach that corner. You want to go fast, but if you do, they'll hear you. And Matt is just sitting here, ready to go, clacker in hand. For anyone just joining us, this is the first match of the first season of IVRL, I believe, or first casted match, I mean to say. We got Tempo versus Dark Matter and a nail biter 3-3, playing to 5 points. Really interested to see how this one plays out, and we always got map 2 to go as well. So definitely a lot to see here. Stay tuned. And oh, grenade coming around the corner, but Matt just a tad too far and behind the pillar there.
Matt could do some damage here, and that frag almost could have taken out the C4, but it was a bit long. So it looks like 4 minutes remaining was the trigger point for Tempo. And at that point, Ramen actually had pushed out a bit and has encountered
Yeah,
someone
he
in the
was
south.
pushed out. It was more than just a little. He was all the way on the south stairs there. I was so excited
Hey,
about those grenades
pushing
and
as well.
catch
This
it.
could be some. Oh, just a second too early. They should know that he can hear that. That's the thing. They should know that. No, they should know that he can hear it.
Map gets a pickup there on Lego Lampy, trying to get that refrag. Does with the pre-fire around the corner there. They are in control of the north stairs here. Aqua will have to concede it to them.
This Thickler's going to be ready. I don't know if he is. The timing here is going to be critical.
Good snap fire from Ramen to be able to pick up Thickless. They should hear that though. They should hear it. Will know that they have to watch their rear and their front now.
Problem that Thickless tried to get him with an M203. Could have shot him, but instead tried to kill Ramen with the M203.
With the flank down now, Dark Matter down to still have 3. The kill count's probably way off.
Tempo could get this. Tempo have good control of North Stairs. If they just take their way down. Aqua and Fino are very much individuals, and then Zucchini needs to do a big rotation to get back. Oh, they're pulling off. Oh no, is Ringland just going for utility? Potentially.
Yeah, he's probably checking the body. They're trying to maybe grab another frag.
Yeah.
Knowing how powerful a frag down these stairs could be.
Who do they have? Lamp can. I think Lamp can throw. So Aqua's position. So the choice here is whether you frag short or frag long. Do you try and frag Aqua's position, or do you frag the tight left corner? If they had that M203, that would be really good right about now.
Oh.
Frag is not quite long enough. Oh, it is!
It is. Wow. What a grenade
Big
there.
pick.
Maybe picked the side of her hand or something there. A little bit of an angle there. She tried to pull in tight against the wall, but wasn't quite able to do it there. Now Rango and Lampy, knowing that they got that pickup, will embolden them on this push. And if they're not careful, they are going to get picked by the like of Fino, and they're going down the
Great
wall
job
there.
rotating back by Zucchini, not leaving it until, you know, he was the last person. Rotating back early. Fino, having to peek here, if they wait, they should be able to pick him. Because Fino does have to peek this. They should know that they have one north side, they do. Frag? Fino might have a C4.
Like Zucchini's going for the peek, immediately gets taken out, but not before getting a pick of his own there.
Could be a C4.
What a tense one. Lamp not willing to continue this
off
push here. Yeah, he's not
Lamp
willing to continue that push.
Ran out of ammo. And then just pushed into the open. No. They had that.
Dark Matter picking up a point after that push there. Very close though. Very close for both sides there.
Yeah. Unfortunate timing to run out of ammo in your box magazine. But they feel like Tempo just missed the trick there. They could have held that control. There needed to be a peek onto objective to stop the cap, and then just pick off the player then. Yeah. What do you think?
A tough one. A tough one. I like that push down there, that instead of going for that sneaky play and knowing that they were both very susceptible to a grenade, they just instead tried to use volume of fire to hold them back, get them into position so they could get crouched and in a position for either a cap attempt or just to kill them all off, more likely. But Zucchini really throwing a wrench in the equation there, peeking around the corner, immediately getting a pick. And you did see that, who was the last person? Was it Lamp? Right?
Yes, Lamp was the last
Lamp.
one, yep.
You did see that he had to reload.
Yeah, he reloaded, but just not quite. It was that it didn't re-establish control after the reload. So
he had no time though. It was like 35 seconds.
Yeah, he ran back into an uncleared zone. As soon as he pulled back, it was uncleared. He just needed to re-establish control as he came back around, and he would have at least had a more even encounter with Matt, because he would have had a better sightline on Matt in terms of Matt's feet versus on that corner as Matt comes out, Matt is exposed with his feet from the top of the stairs, or whoever the last person was. Was it Matt? No, it wasn't Matt. Fino. But yeah, the time definitely would have been a factor there, and they did, use up 2 minutes at the start of the round. Corwinky and Lego controlling north side of the objective. Corwinky, again, they're not holding the top of the stairs now. Corwinky moving to it. Quite a different attack. Looking like all south.
Yeah, but the thing was, they had a smoke that they threw over to the north side to distract them and keep them on their toes. Try and give them the impression that they're also doing a delayed north push. Should give them an opportunity to get a little bit more ground in the south here, creep up, get those lines covered so they can really push this hard south aggression and try and just overload Lampy and Thickless, which is tough. But once you get control of that and you get control of the south doorway to objective, it's very powerful for an attacking team.
Yeah, it's very hard to defend the south from the north side. Because it's a very tight choke point in. So yeah, if you do lose your south too on defense, then life becomes a lot harder.
Zucchini going down from a C4 from Lampy there. Not quite able to get the confirm off. Calling out for Thickless to try and get that confirm without exposing himself. Zucchini, though, being quiet after taking those shots. Not quite going down, though.
Oh, wow. A lot of confirm shots. Not quite hitting.
Zucchini is probably like, oh boy. Oh, Lego.
Oh, Lego. It can't be a tempo match without
I
Lego.
didn't see it. No, why was he throwing a grenade over here anyway? No.
He wasn't throwing a grenade, obviously.
Oh, okay, my bad. My bad, guys.
He just felt like holding it and being like, how do I count down from 5?
I don't know the answer to that question myself, but the thing is, though, Dark Matter doesn't know about their opportune pick there. Oh man, I can't get over that one. I just can't.
I don't know what the throw was based upon, and yeah, Rengen's calling out that they've lost Lampy, but no.
Oh, that grenade!
That?
It was yeah, it was C4 on the roof here.
Oh wow!
Revive goes off. Look at Ramen. He's so confident standing behind that pillar. But man, it was actually right here. If you see right here, I highlighted it. It was right up above this light here. Ramen getting down to the likes of Lampy from that back room there. Fino will have information on him, and at the same time here, if he does want to get that revive on Zucchini, he's gonna have to go quickly.
Now. They have to go very quick, but the player who could see it is now dead, obviously, and they know that.
Yeah, Matt growing up and over the stairs and coming down onto Zucchini could be very powerful here. Or just running up to him could as well if they were able to get the position of Lampy from those earlier fires from him.
What is it, 2.5 minutes for the res still, I believe?
Yeah, something I don't remember. Smoke coming out there. They still expect him to be in that tunnel here. Matt trying to push forward to go for Zucchini lamp. Oh, but just too late for Zucchini.
Is he gonna get the syringe and try and stick it in? No.
Yeah, he tried. Yeah, he tried to stick him. Too late. So sad. Lampy here. Yep. Rotating, using these back rooms to his advantage. There is a little bit of a kind of doorway where you can choose which side to go on. And try and keep them on their toes here. Dark Matter, though, 1:30 left on the clock and a bit stalled here. Not quite able to cross this last defensive line and not leaving them much time to continue the attack into the north alcove there. It's going to be a tough one. No matter what they do, it's going to have to get a bit more aggressive.
Playing with them and staying alive is critical here. He needs to not over push. He needs to force them to make the move. Because, yeah, just eating that time up.
Everyone's so scared
Nice
of
call
C4
out.
too.
I think it was Rengu called out. Minute left, play time, hold angles. Great call out.
And look at this. Fino's going all the way to the back here to try and pick up Lamp. They just don't
I've
have
heard
time
it,
for
but
this.
Matt could be the one.
Yeah, Matt's pulling up aggressive here. Oh, but Lamp able to spin around and get him there, hiding in the darkness, working to his advantage. But Fino able to get that
30
repick. But
seconds.
there's 30
The smoke on
seconds
objective.
left.
This could be a cap if they're not careful. The smoke's not quite in the right position.
Rango's just
Oh,
getting her attention while
nice
Korwinki pops
distraction.
around and gets the pick.
Frag, 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 frag. Not quite good enough. Ah, Fino.
You got. Oh, Fino picks up Rangu there, just
Get it,
down to
tuck
one.
in, tuck in, tuck
Korwinki
in.
just has to hide.
Oh, just had to hide.
Or
That could have been
if
bad.
anyone is predicting a 4-4, man, you got it.
I'm getting excited here. Like, whew. Lamp with 10 kills. Someone made the double digits. I like it. Oh, wow. Korwinki, giving me a heart attack, man.
He's like, not today. I'm not going to
Matt
let you cap a 3
almost-
seconds. Fino can be
Lamp-
quite a quick capper, to be fair.
Lamp did all the work there. Like, he just ate that clock up just perfectly. The call out by, I believe it was Ringen. And then Lamp, yep, just ate the clock up just that perfect amount. If they'd had, if Aqua and... Who were the last one? Aqua and Fino had 10 or 20 more seconds, they could have gone in together. They could have, not over pushed that. Fino's frag could have been a bit more controlled and placed. But just that extra 10 or 20 seconds, that's what the difference was. Obviously, Lego fragging himself, highlight of the round.
Highlight. We didn't catch it, but we saw it. We felt it in our hearts. And I mean, it happens to everyone, but it also happens to Lego specifically.
It's funny because it is a joke before this game that Lego does like to frag himself. That means we do get to see the final objective of this map though, which is Chinatown. Anyone who's been keeping count. Dark Matter on defense on Chinatown, South Spawn for the attack. This objective can be quite balanced, and it really comes down to where the first picks are. The attack, if they hold good control as they move up, can work their way methodically through the lanes. Utility use works really well. Ramen should get an encounter early if Ramen's pushing out.
I don't think he's gonna. I think he's just gonna hold tight.
Ooh, sneaky tuck. Korwinki might have heard it. Yep, Korwinki heard it.
He's still sitting here.
Yep.
Good call outs from Korwinki.
They're gonna... Barrels might be the more common spot to sit, so Ramen's spot here may not be known. However, Lego can see Ramen. If Lego clears this,
No, I just heard.
there's an opportunity for a kill from the side.
Definitely depends on how good his stealth game is here. You can see he's going up as slow as possible.
Phenoram is covering it though.
Sometimes, not all the time. I think you'll be able to get the replay.
Lego,
Ooh.
what are you doing, Lego? It's been called out.
Well, there you go.
Oh,
Lego
Nicholas.
gets
Got
grenaded
fragged
again.
again.
Oh, unfortunate. And he go,
He's gonna
man.
get
Fina
finished
going
off.
down,
Yeah,
and
finished
Lego
off,
gets
yeah. He's like, nope.
Oh my. Okay, let's see what's
Tampa
happening.
have come out on top on that though.
Yeah, getting that position under control definitely better for the attackers. Oh man.
So what you can see here is smoke put onto objective, because smoke on objective here can force rotations. It is also an objective which can get capped through the smoke if you do not have control of this east alley.
Matt picking
Big
up
pick.
Rango. Pulling back too, forcing Lamp to make this decision to continue down this kind of a kill box of an alley, or
Give it
rotate
up.
around.
Give it
yeah.
up. Come back around. Bring your utility to another approach. You've got control of the really powerful approach vector or direction. And
Oh,
looks like they're
coming
giving
out.
it up.
I don't
Defense
know.
should be panicking here. They are.
They should be able to see them getting onto objective, though. If they
you
need
cross
to, I think
if
they
you
can
cross
wait.
to the north side, Aqua's now checked it, but if it had been across to the north side, it's very hard to see.
Right, it's true. Meanwhile, we got a long rotation going all the way in the back here. Thickless going around. Looks like he's going to opt to go for a north push here. Aqua and Zucchini holding down the fort. Very concerned about this push from Korowinki, but everyone's just playing a little bit on the safe side. Lamp using this smoke to cover his back here, able to try and check around this corner, and also having the smoke as sound cover will allow him to get into position here. Thickless, yeah,
That's
picking,
critical.
yeah, the north
Matt's
is now
trapped
open.
now. Matt's trapped and has to come back. Lamp should be ready for it and is not. That's a huge pick as well. Korwinki needs to get control of this corner. He's offset himself back and just get control.
This is a tough one. Two alive for both teams here. Trade coming out, bringing this to a 1v1. Thickless.
Nicholas should know
already-
that's a trade. 2 bullets out from each side. It should be known as a trade.
This is such a tense situation. Both players narrowly miss each other. And
Wow.
Matt Outdoors with the last pick there, giving Dark Matter map number 1.
Oh,
Whoa, boy.
how critical is that nade on Lego there?
Very. So unfortunate for him.
And then
But
Lamp
that's how the
not
cookie
just by
crumbles
holding his
sometimes,
line
you know?
long enough when Matt was crashing back. Looks like we're going to get a rehost. So
Yeah,
as we've
we'll,
talked about, you get to host your own map. So we'll probably go to a little intermission, will we, Mono? And we'll just switch.
that we
switch
will.
maps.
Yeah, we'll be right back, guys. Stick with us. Get into this next lobby. Get it all ready for you guys to see the exciting finale to this matchup between Tempo and Dark Matter. Be right back. Welcome back, guys. We are back, and we are on Arctic by Heclac. This is a custom map. It's really interesting and new in a way because we got this new building here in the side. I think he called it like the hospital or something with a helipad. But James is going to talk a little bit about it, and I'm going to show you off the map as he does. Let's go.
So I'm just exploring a little bit because this is new to me. This new part of the let's ignore the new part of the map first. Let's talk about the old part of the map. So if you look at the pretty much everything east of this hospital or helipad building, that's how it used to be. This objective in particular, you have sort of three entrances, one from the south, one from the northwest, which was just a singular alley coming down, and then one down the center, slightly east of the objective. There's a big controlling, or was a big controlling lane up the middle of the map, which I will just jump onto now and have a little peer down that controlling lane on my camera here. Yeah, Mono's doing it much smoother than I have. And yeah, pretty much getting control of that lane. Lots of action happens there early round, and then it's all about the rotations late round. Now, jumping into what's new. As Mono sort of alluded to already, there's a big building here. This big building will be interesting. It looks like the attack, if they get control of this north side, can skirt around the helipad, which has got some height to it. So they should be able to skirt around the helipad and look at getting control of this building, which really brings you close to the objective. However, there's a lot of spots in this building, exploring at the same time as you guys, as we get into this building. So there's a lot of spots in this building, there's a ramp in this building up, so lots of spots for Volk to hide. However, none of them have visual of the objective. No,
Yeah, I don't expect to see much.
There's going to be an objective in this building, isn't there?
There has to be, right?
There's
Look at this upper area, though. You could just tuck hard against the wall here, crouch, and you have a very strong defensive position. Very, very
angle
strong.
Advantage. Yeah, one of these boxes here or something. Yeah, angle advantage down onto that entrance.
I could see
M203 on attack.
Yeah,
could work quite well.
I could see someone on this box here. If anyone pushes up the stairs, you can kind of see them if they take cover behind. You can watch this kind of north entrance from the helipad, and you have good audio coverage right below you. And if you're in the middle or you rotate, you can hear on this this other doorway on the south side.
I think the key for this objective, though, is going to be stopping them getting that that building. So take that building out of the equation. Place someone on the north side of the objective, watching north, sort of from this position here, and then or something like that. Stop them getting out of this north building, so that you don't have to worry about them getting control of that massive warehouse, which is really close to the objective. Then you reduce it right down to those three entrances, and it can be a fallback to those three entrances as well. Like you can initially have it as almost sort of three still through the center. Oh, well, lots of speculation. What's better than speculation? Actually watching it play out. Oh, the spawn for Volk is a little bit different. Slightly more offset west.
He wants you to see the new building. Let's watch this attack
like
here.
Round reset.
97, 82.
1. Tempo.
Yeah, alright.
Wait, Tempo won that when they gave up?
No, it's just a debug message, I guess.
Yeah. So everyone is watching, that was a round reset. There could be a technical issue with one of the Tempo players. So they gave up before the round started. If you do that in a competitive lobby before 10 or 15 seconds into the round, I've forgotten which, it'll just be a reset, still 0-0. Come back in once you sorted your stuff out, and then get into the round, which is what they've done now.
Alright, let's try this again here.
Looks like Marslock can get control of the center of the map before Volk can make it there, so if they...
Lego gets
they're knifing. They're giving up. Lego must be broken.
Double reset?
Lego must be broken.
Well, I could have told you that.
At least if when he's broken he can't frag himself.
Love you, Lego. We'll see what happens next time. Sorry about all those false starts. We got my folks here. We'll see what happens. Oh, the tent must be right below here as well, because I can hear them talking. I'm gonna pull away. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that? I heard some voices over there. I just thought it was a glitch from the round ending. But
Yeah, I'm not
makes
quite
sense that
sure
the
if they
tent's
can
under
be
there.
heard. I don't think they'll be able to be heard by people in around there, but as casting entities, everything is probably a little different there. So, interesting. But yeah, this objective is actually an oldie. Minus all these new changes, we've seen some tense exchanges on some of the custom map tourneys on this one. It always ends up being kind of a nail biter of an objective, I'd have to say. And there's some good opportunities for those aggressive teams that can push in, take one angle, kind of overwhelm the defenders, and then risk like a quick cap onto the objective, going behind some of these angles here as the defenders are forced to scramble to try and run around that corner and defend the objective.
That's the thing. And on attack, do you try and cap before the scramble, or do you anticipate the scramble and just have your gun up ready for that defense to rotate? It's always a decision to make.
Absolutely, but we'll just have to see here. Good
Lampy has thought a timeout. He's just let me know. So that will be, I believe it's 8-minute timeout. I should know this.
Either way, we'll jump into a quick intermission. We'll be right back with you once the action starts up. We'll jump right into it when it gets going, so stay tuned. Let's throw this into an intermission. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We are just before the timer starts for the next round, but anyone tuning in a little late here, this is Tempo versus Dark Matter in the IVRL. What a nail biter of a game too for that first one, Subway, where we saw just neck and neck, both teams trading on defense, and Dark Matter just barely edging it out there. Did you have any thoughts on that game, James?
Yeah, it could have gone either way. There were a few critical moments in a couple of the rounds, both early on and then obviously the last round, which if they'd just been played slightly differently, the result could have gone the other way. Dark Matter with some great plays, some early round picks, particularly I remember some from Zucchini Zhang in a couple of the rounds, really critical. Just great play both ways, out for blood as Theta would say. Interested to see how it goes on this map, which could be considered quite similar. There should be a lot of utility use, hopefully less on himself by Lego. And oh, Lego looks like he's got problems.
Yeah,
again,
I don't think we're going in.
Well, they can't do another. So they're gonna have to start without Lego here, because they're out of timeouts.
We'll jump to an intermission while we get this figured out, and we'll jump right back in, guys. Sorry again for that one, guys. Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to get started here, and this time for real. Tempo is ready to go. The players are rearing at the gate, and here we go. We're started. New objective, though, as we did have a map rehost. Korwinki looking like he might be able to get into a quick confrontation right over the top of the boxes here. Will and Aqua holding back, holding steady. Meanwhile, three-man pushing more towards the north side, going for the cross here, where Thickless is lying in wait in the building here. Roman crosses without checking his rear, gets taken out, and Zucchini now is going to have to try and pick up the kill there. Aqua trading with Korwinki around the corner. Thick getting another pickup onto Zucchini. Will going down to the lights of Lego.
It's all up to Matt. We see this quite often. Matt often taking up that sort of rear guard position, and he can do a lot of work. This is definitely not over for Dark Matter.
C4 right here on the backside of this orb building too. Oh, and it's gone. Matt's was thinking about going that way, but now looks like he's like, oh, okay, I don't know about that now. But he will continue to push out there. Lego looking like he might go for a bit of a rotation there. Might have given himself away there with some fire there, maybe just getting that confirm onto those bodies in the back as Matt continues his push up through the center here, which honestly will be tough for him as he will be coming out towards the center with 4 up.
He's actually got no defense on it. If he goes prone, if he goes low here, Lego's now checking it. There was a period there where he could have gone onto objective and just had to deal with Lamp.
Shots fired from the likes of
Now
Matt.
Lego knows where he is.
He's got a lot of time to poke and prod this defensive team. Get them to use all their utility, as we saw there, flash coming out. Get them riled up. Some fire come from Lampy, but instead he's just going to pull back, hoping to pick up any rear guard or rear flankers from Tempo to try and catch them if they get too aggressive. But Tempo holding steady on this objective. They are not pushing out. They're just holding their lines and doing their best to just keep the angles that they have set out for themselves.
And Matt now knows there's at least one defender dead. There was a trade, so previously it wouldn't have been called out. So he's only got 4 to kill.
Only 4.
Only 4.
Let's see what he's got. Pretty standard kit from him. He's got a little bit of smoke. Will be able to pick up a smoke off this body if he so desires. Oh.
Did he hear something or see something? It seemed like a panic retreat.
Maybe he saw some movement in the snow and then just looking for a head. Definitely maybe a little bit of jumpiness, knowing that they could be coming around the corner at any time. Meanwhile, he's just going to continue this creep up. Lego, though, watching the angle.
It's going to be hard to deal. A slow peek here is going to be hard to deal with Lego.
Yeah, he's doing the head over the thing, and he gets nice pickup from Matt, pulling across. Lego maybe just too far down to really easily see that push across from Matt, who's now in a good position to pick up Lampy if he continues peeking out that green door. But no, he's going to continue rotating.
2.5 minutes remaining. 2.5 minutes. That's good. This is where Tempo probably should just compress a bit more and get in the position where they can refrag or can lock the player into a certain part of the map, because Matt can afford to do one more pick and then another whole rotation in this time, potentially 2 rotations. Rengyu's position is going to be really hard to deal with.
Yeah.
Underneath this door, Matt's feet are going to get shot. Wow.
He's kind of stuck in the corner there. Oh, but Rangu gives up the position. He did catch that rotation from Matt now, who's re-peeking that corner, trying to get that pickup onto Rangu. Ooh, sneaky. Coming back into this back corner, trying to confuse Rangu. Ooh, and he gets that pickup. That sneaky rotation pays off dividends, bringing this to a 1v2 with 1:30 left on the clock. Smoke coming out to distract them, and maybe a little far, but enough to keep their eyes on.
Lamp might not be able to hear much going on, though, which is, he might think they're coming in from the north. Just a perfect play by Matt. Tempo now getting concerned. Oh, great flash. He's going to be ready for Thickless position. Probably not, though. No.
Tempo picks up round number 1 on Arctic, map 2.
If he'd just been a bit quicker after that flash, that could have been a pick on Thickles in a 1v1. Matt did the work. Did a lot of good work there. Just
He brought it
one
close.
too many.
That was really close.
Yeah.
But goes for no cigar there. Tempo able to keep
Thickles
that defense
with
up.
3, keeping his team ahead there with the 3 kills.
Yeah, when you're that last man up, you have a short amount of time on the clock, and you feel like you're being compressed on. It's really easy to miss those corners. You just don't have the time or the amount of personnel to really check all the corners as thoroughly as you need to, especially if you know where someone is and you kind of get tunnel visioned on that.
Definitely
good, yeah,
objective
like
focus
very good
there.
try.
Oh yeah, massively. Just had one more player up with Matt. I think it could have been a different game. Having 2 rotating, though maybe the defense wouldn't have been as pushy and wouldn't have lost the couple they did. You could see their mindset change when they did lose Little Rengun up in the north. You could see that defensive mindset being like, oh, uh-oh, okay, let's just compress in. And Thickles and Lamp just being objective focused from that point.
Very much so. Good thought process from Tempo on that defense. And about to jump into round number 2 for map 2. We'll see if they take it just as aggro as Dark Matter did, or if maybe they're going to hold back just a tad.
Highway to Boobies? Is that what you said, Matt?
Darn you guys. Here we go. And the defense is off. Moving in. We got 2 going south, 2 north, and 1 kind of center watching the back lane. Zucchini in a very, very meta spot here. Same spot Korwinki played last round there. Trying to catch Lampy if he comes around that corner, but holding fast. Very similar to last round when they were in the reverse. Now the rest of the team filing out, taking control of the center. Checking for any of that kind of utility, C4, or defenders kind of in the mid-ground there. Thickles going down from Will in the north there. Now Rangu kind of at an impasse. Gonna have to choose if he's gonna continue this push as utility comes in.
Another quite common spot by Will there. Will and Zucchini taking up those sort of lines which can hold the north and south.
A lot of meta spots here. Ramen also in this side building.
Everything's meta at
Yeah,
this point.
it's hard in such a small map. Oh, is Lamp gonna continue? Oh, Lamp is pushing out. Lasers coming over, raking just over him here. Korwinki coming to support.
Zucchini
this
see it
push.
and call it out? I think so.
Yeah, he did. He did
Ramen's
give some
gonna be
kind
the
of
man
call
for
out
it.
there. I don't think so. Oh, utility coming out. He has to run away there. Gives up his position. Lamp now 1 step forward into pushing this objective, and now it's just all up to Ramen. But nope, never mind. Zucchini coming back for more. Coming around this corner, gun up, ready for an engagement, but Lampy giving that one up will give him that opportunity to take this defensive spot yet again. Meanwhile, we got a bit of a smoke coming out. Mac outdoors getting a pick on the Lego as he
Big
comes
double
around the
pick.
corner. Ooh,
Triple pick.
geez, Ramen. Rangu able to pick up Matt on a sneaky cross there. Will coming around for the backside. Able to pick that up and bring this to a 1-1. This looks very similar to map 1 so far, huh?
Yep. So about those slightly shorter games, we're going to get an IVRL.
Oops.
In theory, close matches should be shorter, more streamlined. Obviously, potential for 18 rounds rather than 21 in a 3-map, more standard onward format. If you played onward outside of competitive, you'll be more used to first to 4 rather than first to 5. So yeah, it's like each map can be longer, and if there are delays like people dropping and stuff, it can seem a lot longer. But close so far. That round being a bit quicker, 3 minutes 56 remaining on the clock there. I like that that says that now, that it stays up there. So that round all over in just over 2 minutes.
So, what do you think of this objective? It looks pretty similar to the last one, effectively,
Pretty
anyway.
similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty similar. You just got to be a little bit more worried about that south push in, because if you do let them get that control of the south, they can get into capping range pretty quickly, especially with smokes.
No cap from the building. There's not you can't get close enough.
No, sorry, you're not in the building, but if from the other side of that red container and all that sort of stuff, yeah.
Even that, I don't
The
know
north
if you
side,
can.
north side of the red container. If you come along that north side,
Yeah.
it's just hard. You can't control it from the north. Really, that's what I'm saying. You
Right.
just need to be a bit more careful with the south. But overall, yes, very similar to the last objective, in that I don't believe either attacking team got into this eastern side at all in terms of these sides of these buildings.
And we're off. Smoke already coming out from the attackers here. Gonna see what they're planning here. It looks like a very strong push to the north here. Maybe trying to overload them and just push strong. And I think that's a pretty good idea. But Zucchini gonna get shut down from the likes of Korwinki, who now has a great position looking through these pipes.
Knife. Yes!
Yes! Ramen's a little excited, and I can't blame him. Coming around the corner there, getting that knife, and honestly getting away with that rotation. Pretty impressive.
That was a weakness in the defensive setup. With that loop behind, let alone just not covering this sort of middle north hole where Will Sellers coming through now.
Dark Matter has a good position to push from.
Still a lot of work to do here, though. You do have to cross this last threshold, which is very hard. Lego's just slightly overcooking his frags today.
I don't know. I think they're going to do it, James.
Oh, yeah, they're definitely going to do it. But that was more through defense pushing out than from...
Look at Lampy throwing grenades every way.
Ooh.
What do you do if you're Lamp? You're like, oh, no.
You don't get capped on, you die. If they
Oh,
put
the
smokes on it now,
smokes are just coming closer.
Go push
That's
it. Lamp
on
needs to push
objective.
it. Yeah, Lamp needs to
Are we
push
going to
it.
see the first cast? Or the first cap? Lamp getting... Oh,
Yep.
and we do! Dark Matter picking up a cap against the likes of Tempo. Coming in the smoke, using the distraction from the rest of the team. That was perfectly executed from Dark Matter. Wow.
Exactly what Lamp just needed to push out there and die. It's, 1v... As far as he was aware, it was 1v4 or 1v5 because there was a trade in there. As far as he was aware, 1v4. They were close. There was smoke on objective. Panic stations. But yeah, great work by Matt Outdoors. Pushing in, using that smoke, getting that cap. Lamp will be kicking himself, but Lampy. Is it Lampy or Lamp?
I think it's up to whoever's calling it. Yeah, it's just,
Mr. 28. Mr. 28.
Mr. 28. Not what I expected when I made this name, but I'll go with it.
Yes.
But that round, man, let's walk it back. I think Dark Matter did a really good job there, knowing that Tempo kind of runs that kind of defense where they have to watch every angle, and they might get just a little bit too spread out trying to cover the north there, because you can't really run two in the far north as they're really far from objective. And by pushing and overloading it, you just have so many opportunities.
That hole, which is on 2 at the moment, that doorway, that's where Ramen came through, looped around behind. So obviously Zucchini's aim got picked at the start by Korwinki, which Korwinki's position was really powerful for the north. However, perfectly countered by Ramen. A little bit cheeky with the knife. Korwinki could have heard him coming up and swung, but nevertheless, he got the knife kill. Good work. But yeah, just that hole. If that hole had been covered, could have gone a different way. Potentially pulling your defender back into this position instead, like in here. Sorry, I'm on it now. In this position, sort of in here. which it looks like Zucchini's pushing through there now, then you can control it really well.
Looks like Dark Matter is ready to counter their own push. Lego going down from
Yeah,
Will, who swung
good counter.
wide.
Zucchini's saying
Winky
well
now.
positioned. Their double up there is good.
And Zucchini picks up Winky as well. That spot, kind of a death trap. Meanwhile, Mad Outdoors has actually crossed and is going for a bit of a flanky play here.
Nice.
Not
nice
too
cross.
much, though.
Yeah, so I didn't see where the Marsok spawn is, but obviously that's a safe cross, it looks like. Or maybe not safe if the defense
I think it's
goes
near the
directly
helipad,
to
but
cover it. Yeah, so yeah, it is a pretty short cross. Not one they're going to be ready for.
Ramen here
Pickles
gonna
and
peek
Little
around the
Ring
corner
going
here.
to the middle.
Zucchini picks up Mad Outdoors, though. A little bit too pushed up for the likes of Zucchini.
Get back. Zucchini, definitely laughter coming out. It's a weird sounding laugh, but it definitely was a laugh. He's very happy about killing Matt.
Nonetheless, still up 4 against Tempos too. Not many opportunities for them here if they continue down the center alley here with 2 guns facing that one. Rightfully so, I think we're going to see a bit of a rotation here, but no way seems very safe. They lost 2 down here before, yeah.
They've lost 2 in the north as far as they're aware. As far as they're aware, it's a 5v2.
I think he rotated. I didn't see him.
We did see them freeze a little bit on Subway in some of these rounds where they did lose people like brutally at the start. Hopefully they can keep moving, keep rotating.
Look at this. The penguin or Ringwin is very close, just behind that wall there. Ramen could get into contact at any time with any of these players here. Very quick on the trigger there, picking up Lampy. Rangu going for that refrag, knowing he can't let that just go for free.
Will be ready for it as well.
Oh man.
So they're working as a team here.
Catches that rear rotation. Look at that call out.
For it.
He's now getting surrounded. Look at this team just come in. It's a vice grip. It's a hammer and anvil. What do you do? What do you do here? All the angles are covered. He is now the defender defending his life in this back corner here.
Is he cornered there? Question by Will.
Oh man, he is so cornered here. Coming around the corner there, trades. Or really actually gets supported with Zucchini. They're able to get that pick up. Dark Matter up by 3 points. Only 1 point away from taking this this map. Wow.
The start of round pairing by Zucchini Zhang and Wilsel was perfect there. I believe they got 2 at the start in the north. Zucchini Zhang swinging back down to the south afterwards, picking up a beautiful shot onto Mad Outdoors, unfortunately a teammate, and then working his way back up north to finish off the last kill. Yeah, great pairing. You could see that teamwork. You could see them all lock in, lock all the lanes down, and then compress the lanes in, and then push in all at one. It wasn't one person going in at once. Perfect execution. Not much tempo could have done there. Trying to keep some of their more players alive at the start. It's easy to say though, without just freezing up. Finding that balance, isn't it?
Right. Yeah, I thought that was very well played. That north, I've got to say, it looks so inviting, but everyone who goes there on the attack tends to get killed. I think Dark Matter played it really well in where they overloaded it. So they used the amount of bodies to really just give them that advantage. That gave Ramen that opportunity to go for that flank. And then they had really strong control before that too. I don't know.
It's very tempting for a strong push through the north, because if you do get control of that north, it's really powerful. Dark Matter's counter has been perfect. As you say, Dark Matter are strong pushing it on defense. They know that it's less likely for an early push through the really lane approaches in the south and the middle. So strong push defense up north, hold, get those picks, and then rotate back and cover the more lane approach defenses, attacks, sorry, which is, yeah, really well thought out defense and attack from Dark Matter on this map. You can see why they picked it.
Yeah, I'm not surprised seeing that here. Lego here immediately just about to get in contact, picks up Zucchini there as he runs around the corner there. Lego trying to give a call out as Will comes around the corner and gets that pickup. He's not dead though. What? Are they going to confirm him?
Another one dead.
Oh, a little bit of team fire.
Hello, Matt?
Matt's sick of everyone team killing him, so he's going to go for his own. Korowinki, meanwhile, going for what looks like maybe a bit of a flank here. Switching it up. Ooh, picks up Will. They were not expecting that. Now coming around the backside, able to pick up Aqua. Is he going to continue this push here? He's going to have to worry about Matt Outdoors as well as Ramen just on the other side of the wall there. Trying to pull back into cover, but just getting a little too aggressive. And now both of those picks up. Yeah, both of those down players taken out, giving this round down to a 2v3.
Tempo, this is where they just need to compress in.
Oh, look at this smoke. Rangu should know Ramen's coming around this corner here from those smokes coming out. He's not looking though. He's not looking, but just at the last second, looks around and picks up Ramen. A fortuitous pickup is really going to make this a lot easier for him. This
he's going to
protect.
How did teamwork breaking down a little bit there? Nicholas almost fragging. Oh, they're worried about the smoke.
Yeah, they definitely are. Now Matt's like, ooh, another smoke.
Yeah.
Look at all this fire coming out from them. They are so concerned.
You have to be as well.
Look at all these smokes. They're just going to make them run out of ammo. They're going to fire all their magazines and run out. Oh, both of those smokes, though, on the roof there. That should give them indication that those are kind of disposable smokes. That maybe he's not actually coming from that angle. Do you think he'd get that?
Matt won't have known that. Yeah, Matt won't have known that they landed like that too. Well, maybe. So he might think that they're more panicking than they are.
Always have a little bit more information as we are birds in the sky. Perfect information, and these players they have no idea what's going on here. They just have the kill
how do
counts.
They not see this and do the exact moves which we're calling out? Come on.
Yeah, man. They wait 6 minutes, they'll know.
Exactly.
You can see Matt here looking for even more utilities. Might catch that sneaky little
what's he got there? Frag?
Flash there. Ooh, smoke. Yeah.
A flash?
And there it goes.
Lamp should be safe. Oh, and that's smoke.
I think that it was kind of countered, though. It just gave his position away. More utility coming out. Everything is on top of the buildings. Every single one of these last ones.
Matt, throwing is he's throwing really well. They're getting good length on them. Maybe a little bit too much.
Very strong, very good. Look at this rotation, though. He's got a good opportunity to try and flank around the back and catch them where they might not be expecting him.
I like
Thick isn't
position
terrible. Yeah.
As long as he doesn't overpeak it, as long as he just sort of stays back against that wall, it's quite a good position.
I think he will. Tempo holding fast, not getting over peaky here. Lamp kind of doing that job, and Thickless as the backup. But we'll have to see if he's ready for this push from Matt as he comes around this corner here. Matt checking his angle. Still plenty of time in the clock. 2 minutes on such a small map like this. Just unfortunate for him missing that push out from Thick. Pad on the ground there. That's actually a tell for Matt, but I don't think he's going to look. Ooh, he's not going to see.
Yeah.
Tempo
just coming into
picking
his
up
peripheral
around
vision there. So Tempo can pull it back. If they do pull it back and win this map, it would result in a tie. 5-4, 5-4. Be the first actual outright tie of the season. First cast match.
Maybe that's what they want. Maybe they want to be Firebrands. I don't think so. So I don't. Yeah.
So who's doing the work? Ramen, 7 kills. A lot of work being done there. Matt Outdoors definitely doing the most work though. 1 cap, 6 kills.
It's a team effort there though. Dark
definitely.
Matter were so good together on that attack. I am just tickled by watching that one.
But That attack, I mean the one they just died on?
No, the one
I
before when he did actually get the
Oh,
cap
the one
off.
for, oh, yeah, that one. Yeah. No, overall, the teamwork by Dark Matter on this map has been exceptional, both on defense and attack. That last round obviously not going their way. That flank by Corwinky really disrupting their plans. But yeah, Dark Matter's teamwork definitely been the highlight of this map.
Definitely so, but there's still opportunity for Tempo to get a comeback here. On attack, opportunity for a cap, and this is like we talked about way back at the start of this map. This is one of those objectives that's very capable from a team willing to exploit it. We're gonna have to see if Tempo are willing to put that effort in, or if they're gonna go for the more conservative push, try and win on kills, and only push that cap if they have to. So an interesting dichotomy that they're gonna have to choose to exploit or not.
Come down to where they get their kills.
It's come down to this.
Potentially.
Stand on top of it.
What are they gonna do? Zucchini and Ramen pushing hard down the center here. Zucchini taking up the same position that he got taken out from last time. And Ramen watching
Lego
his back.
should be ready for it because it was Lego in that position last time.
Yeah, always interesting. Oh my gosh!
There
A
it is.
frag around the corner will pick up two. Another one coming out. This is incredible.
Did you see the second body?
For-
He hasn't seen the second.
Yeah.
Oh,
they're-
really good.
it's so-
Good.
That's 3.
Oh.
Two dead.
It's during the match. It counts.
Yeah, no, it definitely counts.
What a
Lego
pickup
didn't-
there. Perfect counter. And now he almost gets caught by Aqua though.
Wow.
Util over
That
there.
frag almost scored Aqua as well.
Down there.
He's calling for some more utility. Smoke's coming through the center alley here. I think that they're going for a bit more of an aggressive play here. Aqua getting a little uncomfortable with all this smoke creeping up on her. Trying to get that peek off, get those picks. Matt picking up Thickless, so on the south side here. Might pick up another one, but I can't pull away. This push is coming from the likes of Corwinky, and he gets her. Aqua goes down, and now Will has to rotate back. Look at this push. Envelop, and they're dead.
Nice.
A great attack. A great attack from the like of Tempo.
Timing perfect. The tempo on point.
Well, someone had to do it. Someone
I
had to.
had to.
Yep.
I'm a dad. I'm allowed to do it. Don't worry. I have a
It's
dad
true.
license.
It's true.
Yep.
It's so true. What a great push from Tempo. Excellent work from them. Like you said, the timing was on point. Good use of
Good frag,
utility.
obviously.
Yeah, that
I like the
frag. That
It
was
sort of
great.
offsets the self frag a little bit. In my opinion,
let's
still
not go that
slightly
far,
in the
but, you
negative.
know.
Slightly in the negative. Okay.
Yep,
I'm
okay,
still going to
yep,
say
fair.
slightly in the negative. Okay. Yep. But it was a good frag. He's been undercooking them all day, but that one, perfection. Sorry, he's been overcooking them all day. Actually, he's been burning them.
Yeah. Oh man.
That one was what, medium rare? How do you like yours cooked?
Yeah, medium rare. Perfect. Right on target. It was so good that they had to lay down and just take it as it came. But moving on here, this objective I think is maybe the most controversial or infamous,
Brutal.
maybe.
I wonder if
Yeah,
there's going to be
brutal.
new spawns for this.
I'd have to believe
Hopefully
so.
Volt, because the only way it could be new is Volt, because Marslock, I think they spawn far northeast corner. So if
Oh,
Volt
yeah,
has
sure.
been offset back further because of this new building, that's actually going to be potentially worse, because Marslock can really get control then. Previously, you sort of made it to that middle ground at exactly the same time, and it just got brutal. That shooting lane. Looks
I
like the
don't
same
even
spawn.
remember. Same spawn.
Looks like the
yeah.
same spawn. Yeah, looks the same.
Alrighty. This, like the last rounds, this could be the map. We are in map point for Dark Matter. Let's run this, get this in game here.
We've been in map point for Dark Matter and match point for Dark Matter for a couple of rounds now, though.
Zucchini
That
immediately getting some
just
fire.
getting caught up.
Let's jump over to Lego, who gets a pickup onto Aqua, getting quite aggressive here, trying to pick them up.
Big pickup.
Oh, looks the wrong way though. Gets picked
I
up there,
thought
but a
Lamb
good
saw the
attempt.
cross by P and could have called it out.
Very much could have.
Wow,
Nicholas
big
picking
pickup
up
by
too.
Nicholas. Those smokes
Ooh.
actually protecting Nicholas more than the attackers.
Right? Smokes can be quite the penalty there. Zucchini there picking up two though. Oh man,
Nice work,
this round has been back and forth, man.
Zucchini's now behind them. It's going to be a real problem for Lamp here. If Zucchini goes quiet, Lamp's not going to hear it.
I don't think that Zucchini knows what quiet means. I just want to say I'm right, but it's okay. He gets them anyway.
Three.
Nicholas heard the call out.
Ooh.
Oh,
Dark Matter picks it up and
Zucchini
wins the round.
last
And
round.
Bells last
Clutch.
round, yeah.
Clutch. They were what was 4v2, I think. Zucchini Zhang working his way through, taking out the last four, I believe, or even yep, perfect clutch. Yeah, and then obviously Dark Matter winning the map and winning the match. Both maps going to Dark Matter.
What a tough game for both of these teams. A lot of trades back and forth between them. Neither really able to get the advantage pretty much throughout the whole series there. One key cap, though. That's all it took to give Dark Matter that kind of, I'm sorry, guys, tempo to eventually take the series here.
I'd just like to note that Mono is not a dad, and he will be going to jail for that one.
Jail? That seems a little harsh.
Prison? Straight, no trial, straight to prison? Yep, exactly. I agree.
Very well, guys. But what a crazy one between these ones, and really cool to see the custom maps in play as well. Arctic getting some love on the first cast is amazing. I'm sure we'll be seeing the likes of Sand, the other maps that we know and love as well. Do you have any final thoughts on that game, James?
It was high intensity. Subway took a long time, but each round was a nail biter, and then Arctic had some really aggressive attacks. And some plays where people just it was just kill. We couldn't even keep up with it. Some great individual plays in there, some really good highlights. I think there's a really well matched match between Dark Matter and Tempo. Just a couple of little minor mistakes or really good plays being the difference. Yeah, really enjoyed watching it. Keen to do a lot more casts this season. Good to have you casting, Mono. Thanks for having me.
A little rusty, but yeah, it was fun. Be back here and highlight this onward action between these teams. High octane games, really exciting plays, some nail biters, some really cold calculated moves as well. This all in all, we got to see kind of a bit of everything on this series, and there's going to be more. I'm sure we're going to see a few more, hopefully a couple this week even. Not quite sure what's going to happen here, and things are going to change just a tad. Once the website goes up, you're going to see those bans and map picks come out, like James was talking about earlier, which, by the way, is really, really cool. I'm really excited to see that. But this has been Tempo versus Dark Matter, brought to you by myself, the Norkid, and James Boak, my co-caster. We'd like to thank the IVRL for providing the format, those teams for playing for us today, IVR officials for volunteering their time and giving us this, like I said, the format. Really interesting. Short aside, I'm just a really big fan of the two map format. I think it plays really well. To our sponsors and to you guys for coming in and joining us on the first cast for season 1. There will be many more, like we said, but have a good day, everyone.